Good evening, Duelists. Today we have new cards coming in Master Duel, and of course it's Dracotail, Artmage, and Odion. Dracotail is of course one of the big three archetypes from Justice Hunter. It is definitely strong, it definitely will shake up the format, and most importantly, a lot of people say this is a fair deck and it's less toxic than things like Malice, for example. So yeah, really looking forward to it, and yeah, we'll see. We also have Artmage. Artmage is the next lore archetype after Fallen of Albas. It follows the main character, our main character Medius the Pure. It has 3 branches, which one of them that we have now is Artmage. And then we also have Odion. Odion is a trap monster based deck, which I would say is a sleeper fan favorite. It has win YCS once, I think. So yeah, really looking forward to it. So today we're going to look at the newly added cards and see what they do and how many cards needed for each archetype, and then we'll see if we can pull some with our gems. So this is the card in the new selection pack. We have 2 reprints and then a lot of new cards. So yeah, let's look at them one by one and see what we got. Let's do it by archetype, and let's start with the smallest one, which is Odion. For Odion, we have this card, the man with the mark. This is the core card of the archetype. If this card is normal or special summon, you can take 1 Temple of the King or 1 spell trap that mentions it from your deck and either add to your hand or send to the graveyard. So we have a searcher here. And then while you control Temple of the King, this card and Apophis monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. And then Temple of the King you control cannot be destroyed by card effect. So we also have a little bit of destruction protection for itself, for Temple of the King and for Apophis monsters, which I believe Apophis is the name of all the trap monster that they have, and also the name of the new fusion monster that they get. So yeah, this is the core card of the archetype, and usually for archetype, for core cards like this, you want 3 of them in your deck, especially if it has a good normal summon, right? But for this card, it seems like a lot of people have different opinions, because when I look up at the Yu-Gi-Oh meta, 38% of people play this at 3, 38% of people play this at 1, and the rest 25% of people play this at 2. So yeah, fairly similar distribution, I would say. I believe it will depends on your build, but I don't really understand the difference between Odion build, so I don't really know why you want to play this at 1, at 2, or at 3. But yeah, you can go by with any of this. So if you know the reason why people play this at 1, 2, or 3, please tell me in the comment. But yeah, that's the man with the mark. And then for Odion, we also have this card, which is Divine Serpent Apophis, the new fusion monster. This is a fusion that requires 2 monsters that mention Temple of the Kings, and it must be a fusion summon, either fusion summon or special summon by tributing to Apophis monsters. So yeah, we can cheat this card by tributing to Apophis monster. And I believe in this deck you have 2 chances to immediately, not immediately, to activate trap monster the same turn they are set, right? So you have 2 opportunities to special summon 2 trap monster, which specifically is Apophis, and then you use them to get this guy out to your field. And then once per turn, you can target up to 3 Apophis traps with different names in your graveyard, set them. So after you use them as tribute, you can immediately reset them, so you don't lose advantages by going into this card. And then once per turn, if a trap card is activated, which you will do a lot, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. And this is good, for example, against Dracotail, because they set their spells as part of their effect, because that's how they search. They search by setting their spell to the back row. So you can activate a trap card and then activate this guy to pop their spell before they have opportunities to activate them, basically. So for ratio, you can get by with just 1, like 50% of people in the Yu-Gi-Oh meta play this at 1. But one thing to remember is Odion by nature is grindy deck, so you might want to have a 2nd copy or 3rd copy of this card, but you definitely can get by with just 1. So yeah, that's all for the Odion archetype. Really cheap. You can simply get one of the man and 1 of the fusion. Of course, there is a Silhouette Rabbit, which is really good in the deck, but this is an old card. If this card is link summon, you can set 1 trap monster. So if you haven't had this guy and then you want to play Odion, you might also want to have 1 of this on your deck. Yeah, that's all for Odion. Now let's look at the next archetype, which is Artmage, and of course we start with our main character, Medius the Pure. This is our main character for the next lore, the next expansive lore. And if you notice, there is no Artmage anywhere in his name, because this card is not only part of the Artmage but also part of future archetypes that we haven't received yet, which is Doomsday and Elven Notes, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this card will be relevant not only for this one but also for future archetypes. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add to your hand or special summon one power pattern monsters from your deck. So this is basically the main gimmick of this guy. So there is one power pattern from each relevant archetype. So there is one Artmage power pattern, there is one Doomsday power pattern, and there is one Elven Note power pattern. So the idea is you get this guy on the field, and then this guy will summon the relevant power pattern, and then the power pattern will power up the Medius depending on their archetypes that they are in. So that's basically the gameplay of Medius the Pure. And then if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle one monster from your hand or face up field into the deck, and if you do, special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So we also have a bit of recursion, which is okay, I would say. So yeah, this is our main character, and you need 3 of this if you want to play any of the relevant archetypes, whether Artmage, this one, or the future, especially Elven Notes, where which I heard people say it is fairly powerful. So yeah, this is our main character. So let's look at our power pattern. This is Artmage power pattern. So what it does is, during the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon one Artmage fusion monster or one Nerva from your extra deck using this card you control and monster from your hand or field. So this card can quick effect fusion summon basically. So you summon Medius, and then you summon this guy, and then this guy will fusion summon using this and Medius. There is this clause: you cannot special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters, which this is a continuous effect, so it only applies when this card is on the field. After you use this for fusion, then this clause doesn't apply. You can continue into Link, you can continue into Synchro, and etc. Also, if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, which you use for fusion summon, usually you can add one Artmage spell trap from your deck to your hand with a different name from the card in your graveyard. So you can also do a little search from this card, and this is kind of like the bridge from Medius into Artmage, right? Because you go into Medius, and then you go into this guy, and then this guy will fusion summon using Medius and this guy, and then you search the Artmage spell, which you use to continue your combo from there. So yeah, for the ratio, a lot of people play this at 1, but I believe playing this at 2 is better, because Artmage does a lot of search but doesn't have a lot of recycling. So if you get this guy on the graveyard, it will be difficult to get this guy back into the deck basically, and you kind of want to have another copy of this card in the deck, because if you can special summon Medius on your opponent's turn, which you most likely can, you can special summon another copy of this from the deck, and then you can fusion summon on your opponent's turn. So yeah, I believe having 2 of this is better. Now let's look at the fusion monster. We have Artmage Diactorus. It requires Medius the Pure and one Artmage monster, which you always go into this after Medius and the power pattern basically, right? Because Medius and Artmage monster, and then you can target one monster on the field, change its battle position. I don't believe it is relevant. And then when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, if you have 3 or more different monster type on your field, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy the card. So this is a omni negate for cards that activate from the field. So it cannot negate hand traps, for example like Ash or maybe a Nibiru. So it cannot protect from Nibiru, but this is basically an omni negate, right? And then this clause, if you have 3 or more different monster types, this is something that Artmage do, because all their monsters are different types, and it will not be difficult to get those on your field. So yeah, this is not a difficult clause to achieve. And then if this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can special summon one Medius the Pure from your hand, deck, or banishment. And this is what I said before. We can special summon one Medius the Pure in our opponent turn basically. So yeah, for the ratio, I believe a lot of people play this at 2. I believe it is because this one, because if this card gets destroyed, and then you can special summon another Medius the Pure, and then Medius will summon the power pattern, and power pattern can fusion summon into another Diactorus basically. So yeah, you want 2 of this. And then finally, for the fusion summon, we can fusion monster. We have Nerva, the power pattern of creation, which requires 3 Artmage monsters. So you cannot use your Meteus here, you can only use Artmage. Must first be either fusion summoned or special summon in defense position by tributing 3 monsters with different types. So you can use 3 monsters with different types, which you can use Meteus if you do this one. You can only special summon Nerva once per turn. So yeah, either by fusion or by special summon, you can only do it once. While a card is in the field zone, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is okay. Destruction protection. And then once per turn, when you activate an Artmage monster effect, quick effect, you can make the activated effect become destroy all cards your opponent control. I feel like this is very situational, because one, you need to chain to your own Artmage monsters, which will be pretty difficult, because we always pass the priority to our opponent to respond to our effect before we can chain them, right? This is not a case of we can chain block. This is a quick effect, which means we always pass priority to our opponent. But also this changes our own effect, which means whatever effect that our Artmage monster is activating, we lose them basically, right? We change into this, and if our opponent allows this, is either they simply allow them, or well, they don't have any more interruption, which means that this effect becomes less relevant, I would say. So yeah, I don't know, I don't feel this card at all. And I believe you only need one. A lot of from Yu-Gi-Oh meta, I believe most people, like 90% or maybe even 100% of people play this at one. So yeah, one of this. So in total you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 UR, which is fairly good enough for a lore archetype, right? So yeah, that's our Artmage. Okay, now let's go into our final archetype, which is the biggest, which is Dracotail. Let's start with 5 mana. This is our turn 0 play. So during the main phase, quick effect, you can discard this card, fusion summon 1 dragon or spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck using monster from your hand or field. So if we go second and we have this in our hand, we can fusion summon on our opponent's turn, basically. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for fusion summon, you can set 1 Dracotail spell or trap from your deck. So this is something that all Dracotail main monster do, which setting 1 spell or trap when it is used as fusion material. So yeah, a really good card, and you definitely need 3 of this, because this is our play when we go second, right? Yeah, 3 of this. And then we also have Dracotail Mululu. During the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon 1 Dracotail fusion monster from your extra deck using blah 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 blah, and then you cannot special summon except fusion monster. This is basically quick effect fusion. It's kind of the same with 5 mana, but the difference is you need this card on the field. So yeah, it is not a turn 0 play, but if you can set this up on your opponent's turn, you can fusion summon on your opponent's turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for fusion summon, you can set 1 spell trap, and then you can negate the effect of 1 face up monster your opponent control. So not only you can set a spell, you can also negate the effect of 1 face up monster your opponent control if we fusion summon using this card on our opponent's turn, which we can, because this is a quick effect fusion summon. So yeah, and I believe we also need 3 of this in Dracotail deck. And then we also have the spell. This is Ketu Dracotail. Add 1 Dracotail monster from your deck to your hand. This is basically a rota. You can search any Dracotail, and then if your opponent control a monster, you can fusion summon 1 dragon or spellcaster monster from your extra deck using monster from your hand or field. And if you go second, then this guy not only search but also fusion summon your dragon or spellcaster monster, basically, right? And since this is rota, you always want 3 of this also. And then let's look at the fusion. We have Dracotail Artalion. It requires 1 Dracotail monster and 1 plus monster in the hand. This is kind of like the thing with Dracotail. You want 1 Dracotail monster and 1 monster in the hand, or in this case 1 plus. If this card is fusion summoned, you can target monster on the field and or graveyard up to the number of monster used as material from the hand. Return them to the hand, and not only you use monster from the hand, you can immediately take those monster back to the hand. And this is the thing with for example 5 mana, right? You use 5 mana from the hand, discarding them, and then use 2 monsters from your hand as material, and then you can pitch back the 5 mana because that's what this guy do. And you can also use another card. You can also use your hand trap, for example. For example, if you only have Maxi and you go first, you can use Maxi to get this, and then use this to pitch back your Maxi. And then if 2 or more monsters are sent to the graveyard at the same time while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Have a small kind of recursion, although it is mostly going to be used as material for another fusion after resummoning it from the graveyard. And for the ratio, you need 3 of this because this fusion summoned effect is good. Not only you can take your hand trap back, you can also bounce your opponent monster anytime this card is fusion summon. The keyword is fusion summon, so you need to fusion summon this card. So you want to fusion summon this card a lot, so you want 3 of this on your deck. And finally, for the new card, we also have Secretarian Dragon. This is not a Dracotail, but you always want to play this card in the Dracotail deck, which requires Dragon monster and 1 Spellcaster monster. Which Dracotail is all of them are either Spellcaster or Dragon. 5 mana is Spellcaster, Mululu is Dragon, and then we have also Lucius, Spellcaster. No, this is Artmage. Where is the other? Then Pan is Dragon, and then where's the other? We have Urkula, which is Dragon. Where is Frixel? Okay, this one. Okay, Frixel is a Spellcaster, right? So Dracotail is 1 Dragon and 1 Spellcaster, and this is Dragon Fusion, which can be summoned by 5 mana because 5 mana fusion summon 1 Dragon or Spellcaster fusion. So what it does is this card loses 100 attack for each of your banished card, doesn't matter. And then while you control this fusion summon card, your opponent cannot activate the effect of special summon Dragon or Spellcaster monsters they control, which is a floodgate against Dragon and Spellcaster. So this is card that can be easily summoned using Dracotail, but this also shut down your opponent Dracotail basically. You can target one, but it's only monster they control, while a lot of Dracotail effect activates when they are on the graveyard. So it's kinda, I don't know how to feel about this card. And then you can target 1 Dragon and Spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon 1, and if you do, place the other on the bottom of the deck. So you also have a bit of recursion. You can special summon 1 Dragon or Spellcaster on your graveyard, and then send the other back into your deck. And I believe you only need 1 because yeah, one of these is good enough for most of the time. And yeah, that's all the new card for the Dracotail. Of course, there is this Mysterion, which is an old card, which also requires Spellcaster and 1 Dragon. But the effect is not as great as Secretarian, but I believe you also need 1 of this if you haven't had this. I haven't had this, so I probably also want this one. If a monster uses its activated effect to special summon itself, or a monster with its same original type except during damage step, you can target 1 of the special summon monster, banish that monster, also banish all monsters on the field with its same original type. So this is a removal. This is actually a great removal. So yeah, you also want 1 of this if you haven't had this one yet. So yeah, that's all the new and old UR cards in this new selection pack. Let's go into the shop and see if we can pull some of this. Alright, so of course we have a bundle for this pack, but usually I don't bother with a bundle, but this time I kinda want to do this, and it is only because we have 1 UR guarantee for 10 packs. Usually we only get 1 UR guarantee every 20 packs, and even in a lot of bundles we very rarely get 1 UR guarantee on 10 packs. Usually in a 10 pack bundle we only get 1 SR guarantee. Now we get a 1 UR is really good, especially in the previous pack. I was definitely destroyed by my luck. I don't get a lot of UR, and even when I get a UR, it is the same copy of Primite Fusion. Like I get 6 Primite Fusion from the previous pack. So yeah, I kind of want to get this UR guaranteed. And of course we also get a few accessories, which is pretty cool, I would say. We got the coin. I really like the coin design here. And then we also have the wallpaper. We also have the mid base, and then we also have the protector, and we also have the icon. And if we sum up all of the accessories together with the 10 pack, I believe the total is 1550. So it is like this is like 50 gem cheaper than all of the accessories and the pack combined, plus the UR guarantee. So I don't see why I won't go for this UR. But of course, if your luck is good and you don't really care about the accessories, then just buy the normal pack. I say. So yeah, that's it. Let's buy this and see what we got. Okay, purchase. And yeah, our luck is not really great. We only have one rainbow and a lot of yellow. I mean, we can still get good. Ooh. Alright, 2 SR. Ooh, upgrade. I believe if from yellow to rainbow upgrade, there will always be UR. Unlike from yeah, there is a UR. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got the power pattern. Okay, we got 2 power patterns, so we don't need any more power pattern. And if I know my luck, I will definitely get another power pattern. Let's go. Okay, we get 5 mana. Cool. Okay, we get Graveler, we get Temple of the King. I'm really interested in playing Odion and Artmage. Dracotail is cool because it is like meta card like, right? But yeah, we get Finmail. I believe the SR for the Artmage is one of on all the monster. Okay, we get Rahu. Rahu is also good. And then got Apophis the Servant. Then we get Theorize, we get Pixel. Then we got Temple of the King. Then finally, this is probably nothing, right? Ooh. Oh wow. Oh no, this is the guarantee UR. So okay. Okay, we got another 5 mana. Cool. Okay, we get 2 5 mana already. Let's see how many 5 mana we will get. Nah. Okay, we get 3 shiny here. Sure. Okay, let's go into the normal pack and see what else that we got from this. Okay, we have a lot of shinies, but no rainbow shiny. Whoop. Okay, nothing. Whoop. Okay, we got the vandalism. And then whoop. Not what I want to do, but we got nothing. And we got something else shiny. Whoop. Okay, Zerun. Zerun is pretty good trap master, even outside Odion. And whoop, nothing. This is also nothing. Do we get a UR in this pack? I don't think we do, right? Whoop, nothing. Oh, okay, we got the UR. Okay, we get Lucius and okay, we get the last 5 mana. Let's look at how many more 5 mana that we will get. That's okay, Apophis, and then another Temple of the King, sure. And then the last pack. Oh, we got another UR. Oh, we got Medius, that's nice. Alright, this is not a bad pull. We get 5 mana and Medius. And then let's do it one final time. And then see what we got. Alright, kinda trash. Do we skip? Nah. I believe blue to yellow update doesn't mean anything. Ooh, we got UR, that's rare. Okay, we got Mysterion, we don't have that, so we are okay. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Cap shell. Nothing. Okay, an upgrade. Yep, see, there is blue into yellow, but we don't get anything. Oh, we got SR, okay. Alright. Alright, Silatrick, we have Rahu, we have... Yep. Okay. I don't think there is any more shiny on the pack, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I take the guarantee UR. Okay, we got another UR, which is cool. Okay, we got Secretarian. This is cool. So if you don't want to play Dracotail and you use Super Poly on your deck, no, I mean this one. You might want to have this on your extra deck for Super Poly target. So yeah, it is good. Okay, let's see what we got so far. Your card. So we, of course, this is an old card. We already have 3 5 mana, which is good. We need 3 more Mululu. We need 2 more of this, and then we also need the Dracotail. So yeah, we don't have any more gems. I plan to grind the gems on the Duelist Cup, probably for another 3000 gem, and then I'm going to try to complete either Dracotail or the Artmage. I guess probably Artmage because it is cheaper. But I also want to play Dracotail if I can, because I already got 3 5 mana. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time when I see you.